Hey guys, Captain DNA Donut here with another gameplay commentary. This time, Halo 3 Capture the Flag on Standoff. It's been a while since I played Halo 3, but luckily I was able to get into a match fairly quickly. And yeah, it was a tie. We didn't win, but that's okay. But anyway, right now, once again, if you haven't already seen my other video, assuming that this one doesn't go up before it, I'd like to talk a little more about Halo 4 and more my thoughts on it because I've been watching other people's videos and I'm like, man, I wish I could just clear up some of the information for them, but I doubt it many people would see my comments. But I'm gonna go ahead and say I got the Game Informer thing a while back, and there were a lot of things that I think were interesting about it, and a lot of information that, in my opinion, was pretty good. Now, one thing I'd like to talk about, and most people probably won't really know what I'm talking about, but that's okay. It's just the technical side to Halo 4, like how it's going to play and things like that. Um, I doubt most people know that Halo 4 is going to be playing at 720p natively, and that's a big thing because it's actual HD and not like the other Halo games, because other Halo games were running at sub HD 640p, so it was just a blown up image, just like a Halo 3, Halo 3 ODST, Halo Reach, and I'm pretty sure a Halo Anniversary also. The Halo Anniversary looks amazing, and so does Halo Reach. And yeah, and they're going to be doing this new thing that's come out extremely recently, from what I've looked up on the internet. It's called FXAA, which is fast anti-aliasing. It's better than the multi-sample anti-aliasing in that it just smoothens smoothens out everything on the screen that you do see. That way, everything just looks sharper and smoother, and not as jagged. Like if you look up close on like objects or like the wall or something like that, you'll see that it's all like blocky at certain parts of it, which I mean, most people don't really care for that. Well, notice it, but I took a notice to it recently. Plus, I know a thing or two about computers. Not like amazing a lot, but still. Anyway, yeah, it's going to be running at true native 720p with the fast multi-sampling anti-aliasing, which I think is going to be good. They also say that Halo 4 is going to be taking pretty much everything that the Xbox 360 has just to run it. So I think it's good that they're going to be using everything that the Xbox has to get the best graphics and probably the best gameplay, the best presentation, and all of that. So I think that's really good. Like, if you guys know Call of Duty, they're like, we want to run at 60 frames per second. Alright, dead serious, I would love for them to drop that 60 frames per second stuff and make their games look a lot better, because honestly, Call of Duty games graphically don't differ from game to game that much. But Halo games, they definitely, like for all the major releases, they all definitely look different and a lot better from each and every one of them. From Halo 3 to Halo Reach, it just looked tons better. Like, your Spartan model looked amazing. You got to customize so much more on it with such detail, and I think that's a good thing. And then Halo 4, it's going to be looking like a whole lot better than Halo 3 or Halo Reach, and I think that's going to be good. One thing that they did say in Halo Reach regarding the co-op is that Halo 4 regarding the co-op is that it actually will be 4-player co-op in the main story. They said that you're not going to be able to play as elites in multiplayer. Hopefully, you won't be able to play as elites in the main story either, because honestly, I don't really mind it being like 4 Master Chiefs just walking around. I could live with that, especially on like, I don't know, it just seemed better, you know, like back in the Halo 2 and Halo 1 days. I was always okay with that. It wasn't really a big complaint in my opinion. So I like that. I think it's gonna be cool. Um, Most people already know that the Covenant are going to be against us in Halo 4 again. Uh, Most people are like, how does that happen? Well, it's been 4 years since Master Chief's been out of cryo sleep, and plus they just been drifting in space in probably a remote area or area unknown, because I took a look at one of the pictures, and on like a dashboard or like panel or whatever you might want to call it on one of the TV screens. It says that destination is unknown, so they don't like the frigate. They're in deep space and they have no idea where they are. Um, Another thing I'd like to talk about is Forge and map packs, because I was talking about this with my friends. One of the reasons, in my opinion, that Forge is a good thing, and along with the map pack thing. Everyone knows ever since the Halo 3 days, Bungie's been putting maps that people have made in Forge into the multiplayer and letting people play on them. And that's for free, it's just across it. I honestly like that. Instead of having them to like, they're not robbing us, because the map packs or maps that Bungie makes are usually awesome, and I think 343 are gonna make some extremely nice maps. And but yeah, so you don't have to necessarily pay for the DLC for the multiplayer, because it's like ever expanding, and you can always get more maps no matter what, because people make them. So there's no real need for a DLC. But if like people, if they did Forge the way people would love and always dreamed of Forge in Halo 4, to where you can actually have like environments, like let's just say the way I'm playing on Standoff right now, that you can like build like heals, like actual heals, instead of it being forge blocks. Along with, like I said in my other video, like changing like what time of day it is, rain, dust particles, and things like that. I think that would really help it out. Plus, I mean, like I said, you would never have to buy DLC, so that's awesome in my opinion. And so I really like that. And Forge, everyone would love to see, I guess, the Pelican, the Phantom, you know, things like that as always. I wouldn't mind seeing that either. But the thing is, it's like, what's kind of, I wouldn't say what's the point, but you go and you get the Phantom, or you get the Pelican, and you get your entire team in it. Okay, it's only, what, 8 people? 8 people on one team. I mean, I can understand if they like boosted it up to maybe like 16 players on each team. That then a need for a Pelican. I wouldn't necessarily say need, but a Pelican would be really cool. Plus, if they open up the maps, if like a lot of the maps were like let's say sand trap size, no, Forge World size. Yeah, that would be a lot better. Like giant Forge World size maps with like 16 players running around each team. Granted, this is not going to happen, at least not on this console, unless they found some groundbreaking way, which would be amazing, and I'd be happy about it. But yeah, I mean, that would be cool, riding around, like, I guess, like, New Alexandria, for example, with, like, pelicans and things like that, and, like, Forge World, and it was a forged-up map. I mean, I think that'd be extremely nice, and obviously everyone would be happy if you could do things like that, but unfortunately, you probably can't. Talking about the multiplayer aspect of Halo 4, I think it's gonna probably play a mix of Halo 3 and Halo Reach, because they have armor abilities in there. There is no armor lock, so I'm okay with that. And I think that's gonna be kind of cool, because honestly, I like the armor abilities. I think they were fun, most of them anyway. And then, like they said, I don't know if you guys were at the podcast. I'll probably put a link to that in the description. But the podcast, they were over saying that most of the time no one really used the other armor abilities, because everyone just wanted sprint, and I could agree with that, because most of the time I would just use sprint instead of the jetpack or TMO, because I'd like to get around a lot faster. I think that's a good idea, as having sprint as default, and then you could have another armor ability, like let's just say a sprint jetpack combination. I mean, I think that'd be really nice. You sprint real fast, and then you jetpack up to like a ledge or whatever, just to get away from somebody. But they did make a point about the sprint. You can use it to like flee battle, well, flee away from a battle. But if you think about it, I don't know if you guys tried it in Halo Reach. If when you're getting shot while you're sprinting, you slow down. I like that. I'm pretty I don't know, I just prefer that. It seems better in my opinion to do something like that. It makes it balanced, I guess. And the armor, like I said, I like the armor abilities, but I don't think they're gonna make us move as slow, or as in Halo Reach. I'm pretty sure that in the podcast they said that Halo 3 was like their benchmark for it. So we can probably expect us to be moving as fast as we can in Halo 3 and jumping as fast, maybe higher or slightly lower. But in Halo Reach, the jump height was not that great because I mean I play ODST a lot too because I do like that game, and I would like jump, and I can actually jump on top of a crate. Like most of you guys know what I'm talking about. But in like Halo Reach, you can't do that. Even if you're over there doing that crouch jumping thing, it's really hard to get on top of a crate. Even if well, it might not even be possible without like a jetpack or whatever. So jump height will definitely be better. Another thing that I personally like that what they're doing is making it to where there's dedicated multiplayer maps, because in Halo Reach I did like majority of the maps that they did, but they really were pretty much taken straight from the campaign, and not all of them necessarily work very well. And then a lot of them, like all the pretty much all the Forge World ones, if not all of them, that came on a disc, were just like remakes of maps from Halo 2 or Halo 3. No, actually I'm pretty sure all of them were from Halo 2. And most people didn't really like that. I mean, I could agree with that too, but I would prefer like dedicated multiplayer maps. That way it would be different from the campaign. Another thing that they talked about in the podcast that I'd like to clear up too, there these weapon drops. Okay, I actually saw a picture of one of the weapon drops. The thing that it comes in as looks like it does in Halo Reach's firefight when the ordnance drops, and it'd be like weapon drop. It comes in like those little tiny canisters, I guess one might call them. And the the weapon itself isn't like random, I'm pretty sure, but it's like set on a timer, and it'll come down. I'm pretty sure it's set parts of the map. But maybe the weapons that do come in it are random, but they said that when they do drop, they'll give you like fair warning, like a lot of warnings. That way you can't just like, you won't be walking and then it just drops on you and you never knew that it was coming. There's gonna be like things coming up on your HUD and things like that, which I like. I'm okay with the weapon drops. I think that'll be kind of cool. They did say that you could die by it, which but they said, like I said, there's plenty of warnings, and you'd have to be like directly under it, like just one and get to kill you. And another thing is they were like making an example. What if like you're running away from a guy? Well, a guy's running away from you, and then a weapon drops like a rocket launcher, and he turns around and just kills you. And they also said that with the warning thing, you'll have fair warning that that guy's right there, so, well, that the ordnance is coming down, so it won't really be that much of a surprise, which I'm okay with that. In Halo 4, they do seem to have assassinations from this picture that I'm looking at. The Spartan's on the ground, and this red Spartan's ready to stab him with a knife that he had pulled out. I think that's going to be kind of cool, because, well, not kind of cool, it's going to be cool because everyone loved the assassinations in Halo Reach. I'm pretty sure. I'm not really sure why. I guess you just don't like them when people come up behind you. But anyway, Halo 4 multiplayer. You can't play as an elite. I'm personally okay with that because, in my opinion, in Halo Reach they kind of took away the well, they did take away the customization of your elite altogether. The only thing you could do is just choose which armor set that you wanted to use. Another game, well, a game mode that I would love to return in Halo 4 is Invasion. I'm pretty sure most people really like that game mode. I really did. It was amazing. It's fun, and I'm trying to get a Invasion breakpoint, but that's just extremely hard, and I'm pretty sure most people would enjoy it if I could, but sorry. I think that'll be cool, though. Okay, this map, I'm not gonna go talk about that. Alright, UNSC Infinity is a huge ship, as most people already know. I think that'll be fun. Like, that's the thing that you're going to be playing on. And they said it's going to be, I'm pretty sure, like a hollow deck, to where it, like, creates a... they said it was like off of Star Trek, to where they can recreate a place that they've been in, or like the Danger Room, I'm pretty sure that's what they call it, off of X-Men, to where they can recreate, or just create random battle scenarios. And that's what's happening in Halo 4 with the red versus blue on Spartans. They're training on a UNSC Infinity, which is extremely large. It says like 3 kilometers long, and I think that'll be kind of cool. At least it has some backstory to the multiplayer. They also said that the UNSC Infinity comes in contact with Master Chief, like at some point in the campaign. So I'm assuming we can expect to see other Spartans in Halo 4 to go around with. I think that's going to be extremely fun because in Halo Reach I like having a Spartan with me. And I don't know if you guys noticed, but I did notice that it's like, take Oni's sword base for example. If Kat got inside the Gauss Cannon Hog, she would shoot a lot faster and she would shoot faster, more often, and more accurate than if a Marine was inside the Gauss Cannon. And I think that having a Spartan in there would be a lot more fun than having Marines, even though I do like Marines a lot, which makes me think about Sergeant Johnson. Sergeant Johnson died in Halo 3, which I'm pretty sure no one wanted to happen. No one liked how that happened or agree with it, but it happened, unfortunately. I don't know, if Sergeant Johnson came back, just like he did in Halo 2 after he died, well, in Halo 1 anyway, I'd be okay with that. I'm pretty sure most people will probably be completely fine with that because he's like the best Marine. Well, he is the best Marine ever. So, I'd be alright with that. Another thing I'd like to see return is some ODST, because ODST were always fun. And, well, playing as an ODST were cool, and then ODST in Halo 3 and Halo 2, when you got to see them, were always cool in my opinion. That brings me into another thing in Halo 2. I would really, like to see, like, AI customization, because in Halo 2, it seemed like they had a lot of different, like, models for, like, the Marines. Like, on the first mission where you played as Master Chief, there would be Marines inside in the white, and that looked really cool, if you know what I mean, like their Navy suits and things like that. I like that. It looked cool. And then, like, also the elites. The elites had so many different, like, versions, like, of what they look like. So, like, they had Honor Guard elites, they had Counselor elites, they had Honor Guard Counselor elites. Huh. A mix of both of those. And I think they were really cool. And, like, all the Marines that you had, they all, like, a bunch of different suits and things like that, which I think is cool. And I think if they do what they did in Halo Anniversary, they'll actually have it to where, like, pilots look a certain way, like, all the pilots look a certain way. The Marines, not all of them look the same, but they'll have, like, different variants of suits. Like, you know, the ones with those, I'm not really sure what kind of hats they're called, but I'm pretty sure most people know what I'm talking about. They're like, most of the sergeants wore them. Those sergeant hats, like Sergeant Johnson, his hat, like, different things on Marines I think will be really cool in Halo 4. But, yeah. One of the weapons that actually I'm extremely excited to see return in, Halo 4 is the DMR. I think the DMR is going to be good because it'll bring more long-range action. Like, the sniper rifle will obviously be the furthest range possible for it, but then the DMR is there for also long range. BR is there for medium to long range, and the assault rifle is there for short range to barely medium probably. And in the podcast they may like sort of spell that out, I guess I could say, to where like if the guy has a DMR and you have a BR, if he's at a distance like long range, more than likely he's gonna be able to kill you. If you have a BR, just because the DMR is better at taking out targets from long range. And I don't know if you guys noticed, but I went back to Halo 3 a while ago just to play a few matches, and I noticed that the BR, compared to the DMR, in my opinion, isn't as beast as I thought it was. Like, the zoom isn't as good as it is with the DMR, which I actually like, so having both of them in there, in my opinion, is going to be really cool. Another thing, probably one of the last things I'm going to be talking about, is Master Chief's armor. In my opinion, Master Chief's armor is going to, well, it does look really cool. I'm really excited about it. Some people said that they don't like it, but I really do like it. It looks beast. He looks, I don't know. He just looks a lot better in my opinion. And I think it's going to be cool. Cortana is another person that some people said that they don't like the way she looks, but honestly, I really do. I think she's going to be cool. And I think that they're gonna find a way to save Cortana in one of the next trilogies of Halos. But the video's coming to an end, so hope you like, comment, and subscribe for more gameplay and hopefully more commentaries and from me, Captain DNA Donut. Thanks.